Hello everybody, Zero Kawasaki here, and I'm going to show you things that you could do with your hero deck. Well, now what I'm working on is an OTK hero deck. Knock them out in one turn. But right now I'm just going to show you things that you could do with it, if you didn't know them. Now, if you think you already know everything there is to know about heroes, I suggest you exit out of this video now, because what's the point in watching if you already know? Now I'm going to show you some things that you can do with it. You know, Hero Strike. It doesn't really have to be Hero Strike, it could be any hero deck, just as long as you have the cards to play for these strategies. Which you're gonna need it. Okay, for this combo you're gonna need Master Change, Form Change, Bubble Man, Heat. Well, pretty much any hero monster, but I recommend Heat most. Then, where is it? And then you're gonna have another Master Change, pretty much. And your other card is pretty much going to be any old card, just blank it out. These four cards are going to be your combo right here. And I'm going to show you why, but to show you why, we're going to need a polymerization. So as long as it's elemental hero, you're alright. So, polymerization. Okay, first you polymerization it. Use these two. And I don't have one at the moment, but I'm working on it. If you have an elemental hero, absolute zero, you fusion summon that on the field. Use this to represent it. Then you don't really need to attack their monsters. You're fine, because as soon as absolute zero leaves the field, all their monsters are nuked, just gone. So pretty much absolute zero gone, Master Change on it. Then you get Acid, which you just nuked their monsters, and Acid, since you summoned him, you just nuked their spell and trap cards, all of them. They're gone. You don't need to worry about anything anymore. So pretty much you're open. You can attack them 2600. They're down to 5400. You form change. He goes back, and let's say that you got an extra divine wind at your disposal. So you attack him directly again, and he goes from 54 to 2700. Well, you mask change divine wind for another divine wind. Attack him directly, that's game. OTK. Now, people say you can't OTK with heroes, but if you get 3 of these Hero Strike decks, I guarantee you can make a hero, an OTK hero deck, as long as you know your way around the heroes. Now, I liked heroes since I was a kid, but now whenever they started coming out with all these new monsters, what was the point in playing them? All these new cards, and they couldn't really do anything anymore. Well, since they came out with these new masked hero monsters, and the new form change and master change 2 cards, you can actually just change your heroes to hero to hero, one change again, to hero, you win. Unless you have, yeah. Because, I mean, I know that's not all the 8,000, but you could just keep changing and changing and changing over and over again until they have nothing left. I mean, if something were to happen, like, you busted out Dark Law, they used, bottomless trap hole on it, well, that's when you bust out a frickin', what is it? Mask change. Then, boom! What do you know? Dark Law comes back. Because you're gonna have another Dark Law in your deck since you got 3 Hero Strike structure decks. And so therefore, they couldn't stop your summon. You got them. And even if you can't OTK with Dark Law, they can't really do anything if they're using one of the new archetypes, because they're based on the graveyard archetypes these days. Just completely on the graveyard. I mean, if you have Dark Law on the field and you get to keep, and you're able to keep him on the field, they can't do anything. Shuttles can't do a thing. Yang Zings can't do a thing. Cleaforts probably couldn't do anything. Depends on the card ruling of pendulums. Like if they go to the graveyard and then instead they're sent to the structure deck, I mean the extra deck. Now if it were to be like that, then yeah, they would be banished. But if they just went straight to the extra deck, they're untouched. Now, you can also defeat them if they are using Dragoonities. Pretty much anything that's a top tier these days. So there's no doubt that heroes are gonna make it to the top, especially if you have an OTK deck, because OTK hero deck, because they can't really stop you if you have all the change cards you need in your hand. They might as well give up if they can't get rid of your heroes. And now, before I end this video, I'm gonna talk to you about Stratos. Now, people are talking about bringing Stratos back. I would love that, because I love heroes. I love everything about them. And yes, just bring them back, but people complain on how you can bring them back over and over and over again. Well then, we got things like bottomless trap hold these days. And sure, you may banish him, and then he's able to come back when you use something like Elemental Hero Voltic. But these people are going to be depending on Stratos if they're using them, most likely. So if you can just keep getting rid of them, they can't really do a thing. Because so far, as I know, there is no trap cards that can bring back a banished monster, unless that trap card sent the banished that banished the monster in the first place. I just haven't seen that so far. So if you have, just let me know, and I'll look into it. Stratos isn't really that OP as people think it is. Sure, yeah, they can bring them back over and over and over again. But you gotta think of all the new cards these days. I mean, sure, yeah, but now, I don't argue with the worst part of Stratos. The thing that makes him OP is that, see, I'm not just going all for Stratos. I'm gonna point out why it would be terrible, not just why it would be good and not so bad. I'm gonna point out why it would be terrible. Unless they nerf this card, it's gonna always have 2 freaking abilities, and you get to choose which one to activate. Like, add a hero. Yeah, that's pretty good, but the part to where you can just destroy your opponent's spell and trap cards. Depending on the number of heroes you control, if they were to take away that, I'm pretty sure people wouldn't be so against this card. Because that's the problem with this card. Adding a hero, that's fine, but destroying spell and trap cards, depending on the number of heroes you have, that's pretty OP. And I can see why people don't want Stratos back. But now, if they were to get rid of that ability and keep the ability to add a hero from the deck to the hand, I'm pretty sure people would not be so hateful against this one card. So, you people tell me what you think about Stratos, and think, if they got rid of that one ability, you think that he would be okay to be unbanned. I mean, I think so. I think the world should think so. It's just that one ability that makes you want to tear out your hair in the middle of the freaking duel. So, you people let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!